Hi, it's Steve with Coin Stuff I Like, bringing you another Ike Stuff I Like video. Sort of keeping on the recent Ike errors theme. This time I'm going to cover some of the clip planchet examples that I have in my Ike collection. Nothing super special, but it's a worthy topic, and I like to have some representation in my collection. So this is not a clip planchet. This is a blank planchet, and for you planchet experts out there, what type is this of a blank planchet? Because it doesn't mention it here. Uh, and I'll tell you, it's a type 2 because it's already gone through the upsetting process where they upset the rim area, the edge. Um, and a type 1 would be before it went through the upsetting process, before they created this raised edge rim area. So this is type 2. And let's get into some of the clip planchet examples that I have. But first, clip planchets are formed by sort of a misfeed of this sheet going in through the to the blanking process through the machine, where let's say it was offset, and this little cut to create the type 1 planchet was overhanging here. You'd have a straight clip, and then there's ragged clips, but curved clips are most common, and it usually, again, misfeed of this sheet, and you result, instead of a nice round planchet, you have a curve to some degree of a curved planchet clip, or straight or ragged. Those are different types. But I'm going to show you the ones I have, which are curved clips. So let's start with one other thing. How do you know you have a clip planchet, a curved clip planchet, as opposed to something that someone uh, doctored? Um, there's a guy in the Pacific Northwest, a good friend of mine, C. Griller Stacker, who has a proclivity for doctoring coins. I'm just kidding. That was a little brief dig. But how do you tell a something hasn't been doctored? Well, first of all, there's going to be metal flow irregularities. You can see some weakness here, some smushiness, and you can actually look close and you can see metal flow irregularities on this side. On the other side, typically there's a thing called the Blakesley effect, and that's where at the rim there is weakness. It can even extend into the devices that are really close to the rim, where there's weakness of the strike because of what's going on here in the striking process. It'll create weakness over on this side opposite of where the clip is. So if you see die flow irregularities and a Blakesley effect, it's probably a genuine clip planchet scenario. If you don't see the Blakesley effect and you don't see die flow or metal flow irregularities, then you have to have some suspicion. All right, so now let's get into it. And this is a 71 MS62. It has a small curved clip to it. That's it's nice to look at. It's not a major clip, but it's still nice to have in the collection. Here's a little bit bigger one. Yeah, it's hard to say. That's maybe 5%, maybe a little less. AU58 1971D, and there's a 72D with another small clip over here on this side. Um, So, you can see I have 71, 71D, 72D, and if I really wanted to put in a full series, I can look for a 72, represent from Philadelphia, and 73s are going to be really hard to find. Um, 74, 74D. This is a 74D with a small curved planchet. You can see some die flow irregularities, and there is a little bit of Blakesley effect over on the opposite side here. And this is a 1% clip planchet. So even a small clip planchet can create a Blakesley effect on the other side. Last couple, a 76D Type 1. This is a Type 1 peg leg R here. The backside would have really blocked letters, squared off letters. And this is a double clip. There's a clip here, clip here. There is some Blakesley effect going on over here. I think if I remember right, it also extends over in this area, but certainly you can almost see on your screen, there's a little Blakesley effect here. And a 78D with a 6% double clip planchet. So here's a 6%, and there's a little clip over here. And if you look you're not going to see it right here, but there is a little Blakesley effect here. And there even is a little bit over on this side, but you can sort of see a little bit of difference here opposite this particular clip. So legitimate. So these are what I have in my collection. Nothing really profound, but they're some representation in my Eisenhower collection. I don't want to go hog wild on getting a full series of clip planchet. But these are not really super expensive to obtain, as opposed to some of the other more profound clip planchets. I mentioned in the video I did on Ike errors with off-center strikes, the more off-center it is, the more valuable it is. This one happens to be on a 71S, so a silver business strike Ike from San Francisco. Proof, oh, I'm sorry, not business strike, proof. This is a proof 66 cameo, so it's a proof that made it through in 1971 with a straight clip of about 15%. And this was in 2022 on Heritage Auctions, sold for $26.40 with the buyer's premium. The last one is I wanted to show you. This is a very profound example of a clip planchet, 61%, 77 MS64, also a Heritage Auction. Then this sold a while back, 2009, for $54.62. Who knows what it would sell for now? I haven't seen any recent auctions of this particular coin, but this is a pretty famous one. I don't have anything like that, but I have some nice representation and good examples in my collection of Eisenhower Ike errors. So thank you for watching. Remember, buy stuff you like, but be smart about what you buy. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.